you want to sit there? Okay, then sit down. Kitty. Hello and welcome. Hi og velkommen. My name is Malene. I am a Danish knitter coming to you from the northern part of Denmark, where I live with my husband, our 2 girls and 2 cats, one of which you've already seen because she chose to steal the little stool thingy that I had my FOs on. So now she's right here in front of me. Hopefully taking a nap and not disturbing us too much. But this is my space where I show you my knitting and sprinkle it all with a little bit of music because I am a musician by profession. And then it's also a cat circus, which you will know if you've been here before. But I can tell that there's a lot of new viewers coming on here, and I'm so happy and grateful for that. And also very grateful for you guys who have been with me for so long. I can't believe that you're still here for all the craziness. Today I have some FOs for you, some whips. I have some eye candy, if you can call it that. In my Danish podcast, I used to call it strikkeslik, which is knitting candy. So maybe that's just a word that we should use. I have done some shopping today. Well, not today, and since I saw you last. So some knitting candy and also some Happy Meal. We have a winner from last episode for, where is it? Right here, for this wonderful skein of yarn, donated by Ladybug Yarns. And I also have a new giveaway, but I will talk more about that at the end of the episode because I want to just get going and talk about knitting. And just one last thing, we also have a podcaster of the day that I'm so excited to tell you guys about. Lots of Cal stuff we need to talk about. So yeah, we got a full program. And I will end this episode off taking you on a little trip to Holst Garn. They have a brick and mortar store like 30 minutes from where I live. So I went there. I was not going to get anything. And that's what happened. But we will talk more about that, I promise. Let's just jump on into it. Yeah. Today, the only FOs I have are socks. But I do love my sock knitting. And yeah, no excuses. It's just what brings me joy. I don't remember if I showed you these before. I actually think I did. But I just want to show them one more time to kind of finish off the saga, so to speak. The baby socks for my friend who has now had her little baby boy. Everything went well. So next time I see her, I will gift these to her. They're going to be too big for a newborn. I was trying to make a smaller pair. They turned out doll size. I did not finish them. I frogged them. And summer's coming up. I don't think she's gonna need knitted socks that much. Either way, he can grow into these. And if they end up not fitting, when they will be of use, then I'll knit them another pair. And yeah, we can always find somebody who can use these. Yes. So baby socks. And then I have 2 finished pairs, none of which have been washed because life. I, for the first time in over a year this month, have not had Lone stripes on my needles because life has been crazy. Thankfully, it is calming down and I'm enjoying it so much. For the first time in I don't know how long, I've had time to just sit down and have a cup of tea and knit a little bit in the mornings. Oh joy. I'm so happy. It makes me so happy. Yeah. So yeah, no Lona socks on the needles this month, but from last month I finished these. late, so I'm not in the cal, which is fine. I just love to knit in Lona's yarn. These are the Serene socks by 3 by the Sea Designs. I'll get a bit closer so you can see the pattern. It's really, really wonderful and truly a serene pattern to knit. I did one modification. I swapped the heel with the wrap and all heel. It's a heel from a pattern that I have on Ravelry with my friend Karen. We have the Sock Knitters Club together. So Sock Knitters Club on Ravelry, we have the, I think we call them Wrap 'em All Vanilla. I should know that, shouldn't I? But it's on there. So that's the heel that I used. It's a short row heel, but then it has a tiny little gusset that just gives you a bit more room around your instep. And since it is garter, it just fits really nice around my heel. I like it a lot. So yeah, the Serene socks, a pattern by 3 by the Sea Designs, the yarn by Alonelysocklady, and this is the Gilmore Girls yarn club for the year, and this colorway is Luke Can Waltz. One of my favorite scenes, Luke Can Waltz. Okay, that's one pair. Last pair of my needles this time are these. This, I don't know, I think this might be my favorite pattern ever, except for just a plain vanilla sock. It is the Color Palette Socks. I am hosting a small Knitalong for this pattern, and it will end April 30th, so just a couple of days left, and it's going on Instagram, and there's a hashtag for it. It's the spring sock cal. I'll have to put that on the screen. It is early in the morning, I'm sorry. Spring sock cal 2024, and I am drawing a winner on Instagram, and the winner will be gifted a pattern of their choice by the Sock Knitters Club. My version has a couple of modifications, one being the rib up here. I was inspired by, where did I see that? Emily by Salt City Knits. I saw that she'd done a pair of socks where the ribbing had some kind of tiny cables on it. So I tried that. I think that was kind of cool. And then for the little color blocks, and then the in-betweens right here, in the pattern, this is ribbing, but I wanted to try something different. I have also sometimes just done all stockinette, but then on this one I did one, let me think. Yes, 2 rounds of plain knitting, 1 round of purl, and then 1 round of knitting. So 4 rounds in total. And then it turns out like this. Done a heel flap and gusset, and then I made a mistake. Well, a mistake that doesn't really matter, but it's not supposed to be like this. So underneath the foot, everything is supposed to be vanilla, but I forgot that, so I have like the purl bumps all around the foot as well, and not just on the leg, which is silly. And well, they were done when I discovered it, so I was just like, whatever, it won't bother me, it'll be fine. This yarn is a mixture of 2 yarn dyers. The yellow mustardy color here is plant dyed with heather, and these colors, all the pinks, are part of a 10 gram mini set that I had from A Homespun House. I bought it a long time ago. It's called Autumn Air, and I chose 7 colors from there. I'm so happy with the way these turned out. Yeah. I can't wait to start using them when the weather is cold. It is spring here, but it is not warm. But we're supposed to get better, warmer weather next week. So we'll see. Maybe I'll get a little bit of wear out of these. And if not, I'll just save them for fall and winter. That's fine. Kitty, you're kind of in the way. I have nowhere to put my stuff now. She does not care. Okay, moving on to whips. I have two rather large ones to show you. So I have small ones too. They're right here. I have socks, but let's do the non-sock related whips first. I am kind of torn at the moment between wanting to knit shawls and socks and blankets. I don't have any shawls on my needles at the moment, but I do have blankets. And I thought I'd show you these two. This one was actually cast on the last time I podcasted as well, but I forgot to show it. So here we go. This is the Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart. And originally it is done in fingering weight, I think 10 gram Advent minis, but I am doing it with my DK weight Advent from last year by Bjørg. And I'm following the pattern and the numbers completely as written. The only thing I've done is that I've chosen a larger needle. So I'm knitting on my Chow Goose. And the needle size is 5mm US 8. So yeah. And I'm just doing them in order. So day 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. I'm enjoying this so very much. I had set it aside for a little while because I got sidetracked by another blanket. But then when I got this out today, I was like, I need to pick this back up. So I think that's what I'm going to do. But I'm torn because I'm crazy about the socks right now. And I'm really trying hard not to cast on all the things. But there's an excuse to cast on all the socks coming up. So I will pace myself, or try anyways. The blanket that stole my attention is the one in here. This blanket is the Zigzag Zen blanket. That's hard to say when you're Danish with the Z's. Zigzag Zen blanket by Anina Aniutinits. And I love it. I love knitting it. I love the way it turns out. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. And I'm knitting this using my Advent from Ladybug Yarns, the Downton Abbey. Yes, that's right. And I'm holding everything double. Sorry for the crinkling for a second here. I've got all the rest of the colors in here. And for the main color, I'm using Drops Fable, the color 121, and I'm pretty sure that it's called Wheat. The blanket comes in 2 different sizes, and the pattern is out on Ravelry. So I will link, along with everything else, I will link the pattern down below in the description box. So just hit more and you will see all the things. And if by chance I've forgotten anything, just leave me a comment, let me know. I will help you out as best as I can. It's growing. It comes in 2 sizes. I'm knitting the smaller size. So it's like, well, let's see if I can show you. You knit it in sections, so like 1, 2, 3, and so on. And I've done 8 sections and I'm going to do 10. I think the larger size is 14 sections. It's just, I think it's turning out beautifully, and the colors, they're amazing. Maybe you can see. I hope so. Because I can't see through. In the beginning with the smaller sections, I just held the minis double. You can also just use DK weight yarn, that's just fine. But I had the fingering weight Advent and I really wanted to use it for something like this. And then for the larger sections that I'm on now, I'm holding 2 20-gram minis double. And I just paired them whichever way I thought that they went well together. So and I think it's a really good way to use an Advent. you get to see all the colors and, and enjoy them, because who does not like a good blanket to comfort you when you're sitting and relaxing? This cat that's in front of me right now, she goes crazy whenever she sees a knitted blanket. I was trying to take like a little video and some pictures for Anina so like I tested this for her, and she asked all of the testers to send her like a little video so she could do like a reel. And as soon as I put this out, the cat was like on the blanket every time. So she's actually in the video. In the reel. So that's kind of cute. Yes. Feeling all famous, aren't you, Miss Siffy? Those were my 2 larger whips. Now let me get out all the socks. As usual, I have socks on my needles for Lars, my husband. He is so knit worthy. And I have my Opal Van Gogh collection. And this is the one on my needles at the moment. I have the first one done. I really enjoy this collection so very much. I think the way that they have dyed this up, it matches the painting so beautifully. I like it. I like it a lot. So the first one is done, and the second one is just on the needles. I'm knitting my socks on Chow Goose Magic Loop, 2.25 millimeter. Is that a US one? I think it is, yes. Now, I was using my husband as a guinea pig, having him test out socks that I had done with like some extra reinforcements underneath the ball of the foot and underneath the heel, and I forgot to do those on this one. But that's fine, I decided, because then we can see if there's a difference. So now he's a true guinea pig, sock-wise anyways. So yeah. Other than that, they're just plain vanilla. I cast on 64 stitches for him, do a 50 round cuff. Editing Malene checking in, a 50 round cuff. What was I thinking? Like I would ever do that. Come on, it's ribbing. It's a 15 round cuff, a 50 round leg. Yeah. Okay, let's get back to it. A heel flap and gusset with slip stitches, and well, for his foot, he's like a European size 45. For me and with my gauge, that means that I have to knit after I'm done with the decreasing for the gusset. I do 60 rounds and then a rounded toe. And in here is what I knit on when I want to play. This is so much fun, and I'm loving this bag. I was gifted this beautiful bag by the maker. I will show you her card. Streigefabriken. So this is sponsored content, but you know, I went to buy it, and then she gifted it to me because she's so kind. I love it so much. I think this fabric, it is bringing me joy. And in here is a sock. I'm at the toe on the first sock, and I'm just playing with all the things. I will talk about the yarn in a minute, but let me just show you this craziness. So for the ribbing, I'm not actually doing ribbing. This is just plain stockinette, but then one stitch using one color, one stitch using the next color, and then, yeah. I did 15 rounds of that after doing a couple of just knit rounds, and then it kind of rolls. And then I did some helical knitting with one of the colors from the cuff, just fading in the main color for the leg. And then fourth color for the heel flap and gusset. And then I did the toe in the main color. And then, no, the toe, All right, let's call it a foot. Let's call it what it is. Oh yeah, cat circus. I'm just the clown today. I'm counting my rows here. For my size, I need 50 rounds after I do the decreases for their gusset. I am a European size 38, 39-ish, something like that. And then a rounded toe has just been started. The toe I'm doing in this color. Now these minis are also part of the set from A Homespun House called Autumn Air. And this is the one that I used for the heel. And this together with this is what I used for the cuff. And in here is the second cuff, just waiting to become a sock. I like, as you might know, to knit both my cuffs from the beginning because then I feel like I'm halfway done. The main color is this beauty. I am in love with this color. This is by It's Yarn and it's called Aftenhimmel. That means evening sky. And I think it's just spot on. And the way it knits up, it's just gorgeous. I have my little progress keeper on here that I use to mark when I'm done with the decreases. The little pearled cat, my boy. This is by Trinity's Little Shop. I have quite a few of her markers and they're so cute and so well made. I love them a lot. And then in here, my beautiful, beautiful mood bag. I have something new that is coming around. We're aiming for June 1st because there's a knitting festival here in Denmark. Strik i Danmarks hjerte, knit in Denmark's heart. Thankfully, it's coming back. It's one of my favorites. So we want to do a release for that. These are the Dragonfly shorties. And I think Karin just hit the nail on the head. They're so pretty. I've done one and I'm waiting a little bit to cast on the second because we're having them tested and we're making some modifications and a couple of changes. So I will knit the second sock according to that. I like them. It's just, they're fun. And the beautiful yarn. It just reminds me of summer and sunshine and beautiful flowers and yeah. So these are the Dragonfly shorties. So more to come on those. I do have one more thing on my needles. I'm turning my bag this way because it is a secret, but I really want to show you the yarn because as you can tell, I'm kind of on a pink. I'm all about the pinks at the moment. And this yarn truly is crazy, crazy pink. And I'm having so much fun. I am testing a DK weight sock for my friend Christina. And I'm just holding this yarn, fingering weight yarn, double. Is that just, oh, I love this color. It's crazy and I love it. It is Cascade Yarns Heritage in the colorway 5772. I was gifted this yarn to try it out by Amrit. She has a store near, well, in Copenhagen, but a part of Copenhagen, I guess you could say. And also an online store. And I just wanted to tell you a little bit about this, not because it was gifted to me, but just because I'm so excited about it. And, you know, when I knit with other merino yarns, they're soft, but this is crazy soft. It's just like, it's squishy and soft, and I don't think I've ever tried yarn this soft. Maybe the base from A Homespun House is just as soft. Yeah, I would say so. I like Molly's soft sock base, but this is just very yummy. So even though I can't show you the sock yet, I just wanted to show you the yarn because I'm really having so much fun knitting with it. So yeah. All right. Before I show you my knitting candy and my happy meal, I want to chat with you about the podcaster of the day. Hopefully a lot of you know her, and if you don't, you have to stop by and visit. She is amazing. I'm talking, of course, about Selma from Little Big Knits. I enjoy her podcast so very much. She's from Canada, and I love that when I sit down and watch Selma, I'm always so inspired. She gives you so much information, knits some beautiful yarn, takes you on trips. It's wonderful. And Selma has chosen a song for me to play for you guys today, and it is one of my personal favorites. It's the song by Leonard Cohen. Maybe you can guess which one, because she says, I just love this song, and he's from Canada too. Selma has a new episode out, and it's about summer knits. It's so inspiring. I don't knit a lot of t-shirts, sweaters, or anything like that, but I was just mesmerized. I watched the whole thing just because Selma's so wonderful. She's such great company. So I invite you all to sit back, relax, and let your stitches flow. I was just going to get out all the yarny goodness, and then I discovered that I forgot to show you a whip. Something that I cast on last night because I couldn't help myself. In December, I had multiple Advents. One of them was the Opal Yarns Advent, and I'm pretty sure that it was an old Advent that I was just so lucky to find in a store that had them, available. So it's all Opal minis, and it is in here, and this is also sponsored content, which I'm supposed to say because of Danish law, because this, you guys, I don't even know what to say. But I guess kind of my husband's reaction kind of maybe explains it better, because I was telling him that Mood had sponsored some bag for a future Knitalong that I'll talk about in just a minute. And I showed him a picture, and when I showed him the bag that arrived, he was flabbergasted. He was like, from the picture that you showed me, I thought that they had donated a pencil case. This is just insane. This is the Saturn bag by Mood Living, and it's beautiful. And of course, I had to just fill it up with yarn immediately. And this is chock full with all the 24 Opal minis from the Advent that I had last year. And up here, in the little thing up here, I have my little snips and some stitch markers. And of course, what I cast on is a pair of socks, because I was done with my color palette socks by Laura Moorats, and I'm not done with them. I have to knit another pair. So I decided to do it the same way that I did these and knit them simultaneously. So I have 2 needles with 2 socks. And they will be sisters, not twins, I guess you could say. Is that what you call it? Yeah, sisters, not twins. I'm using the same colorways, but since I'm knitting, smaller blocks, I might not get through the whole thing. I can't remember that word right now, I'm sorry. So this is my main color. They're 15-gram minis. And I'll just use this for as long as I can. And then I have another more neutral for the rest of the sock. That's this one. And then I've just gotten out 7 pallets, 7 little blocks that I'm going to add into that. And what I really love, really love about this Opal is that you never know what you're gonna get. Opal is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. I had this one, I think I'd been gifted one, or maybe just bought one like years ago. So that's kind of how I know that the calendar is not new. And I knit with this, so I know that inside here is like oranges and browns and stuff. And just by looking at this, you would never know. So it's like each one is a present that you don't know what's in the middle. It's like, yay, so exciting. So yeah, I'm just knitting 1 block at a time and then just doing it on each sock. And for this one, I will do like the little main color parts in between the color blocks. I will do that just in plain stockinette. And then I'm doing a heel flip and gusset and a rounded toe when I'm done. I'm very excited about this. Okay, maybe I should talk a bit about all the Cal stuff before I show you all the knitting candy. Because we're almost into May. And at the end of May, on the 24th, Summer Sock Camp will be starting. Summer Sock Camp is a knit-along, or is it a make-along actually? Yeah, I think you can crochet as well. Hosted by Kay Litton, the Crazy Sock Lady. I will link her podcast below. If you don't know it, just run over there. I love it. She knits all the socks, just like me, and I love it. She's hosted Summer Sock Camp for quite a few years. And last year, my friend Karen from Strike Aromatique, I will link her podcast as well, we contacted Kay and we asked her, are you okay with us hosting a Danish version of this summer sock camp? We're not, taking anything away from her. That's not what we want to do at all. We just want to knit socks with all our Danish knitters as well. And then you can participate in both places. So again, this year we will be hosting Sommerstrømpestrik 242. I will put the hashtag on here. And actually, we have gotten quite a few prizes donated already. This is one of them that will be the final prize come August, because Summer Sock Camp, as well as Sommerstrømpestrik, it does run all the way from May 24th until August 31st. So plenty of time to spend the summer knitting all the wonderful socks. I will talk more about that in my next episode with all the details, and maybe we can talk about patterns as well and stuff like that. So yeah. So just wanted to talk about that. Maybe you're like me, itching to cast on all the socks. I'm so ready. And I've gotten some yarn that I want to cast on. So let me show you. 3 by the Sea Designs had a shop update a little while ago. That was the day that I was at the Fiberfolk Festival. And going home in the car, and with the time difference and everything, it was an hour earlier than I had calculated because of the summer time thingy and everything. But I snacked myself a couple of things, one of which is this bag, and I am in love with this fabric. Isn't it cute? Kitty cats. I can hardly bring myself to use it. It's so pretty. So I'm saving it for Summer Sock Camp. And along with this beautiful skein of yarn, this is their Tea in Wonderland. I had aimed for a sock set, but I was too late. The sock set has like a black mini called Stark Raven Mad. I think that's so cool. It's inspired by Alice in Wonderland. Alice i Eventyrland in Danish. And I chose their Sanibel base, the fingering, 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, because I love it. It's my favorite and I love to knit with it. So that's what I got from 3 by the Sea Designs. And then I have my sock club from It's Yarn. The April yarn is this one. I've just gotten a notification that the May one, I think it might be arriving in the mail today, and I'm so excited to see it. The inspiration picture, oh my gosh, amazing. Did I show you this last time? Or maybe I showed it on the vlog. I don't know. Oh well, it's pretty. And then I have this one from the Gilmore Girls Sock Club 2024 by Alonelysocklady. And this is the one from April, and it's called Are You Ever Gonna Ask Me Out? I think these colors are amazing. I want to cast them on right away. Look at those stripes. And Lona was like, this contrast is kind of crazy. Not for me. I love it. I think these go perfect together. That's just my personal color crazy opinion. All right, let me show you something not sock related. Well, throwing all the yarn around because I did go crazy. I said that I wanted to knit shawls. That is true. So I went a little crazy and stocked up on single merino by It's Yarn. It's their, let's see. Yeah, it's called It's Single Merino is the base. And it's 100% superwash merino single. 366 meters per 100 grams. I love this base. Knitting with this is like heaven. I don't know, it's like butter on your needles. It's beautiful. And I purchased this one. In Danish, it's called Jord, Vind og Ild, Earth, Wind, and Fire. So pretty. And then this one. Isn't that pretty? Mirabelle. Maybe that's just Mirabelle. I don't know. And this one. Oh my gosh. I'm having 2 different moods these days. The blues and the pinks. This is Forget Me Not. For Glem My Eye. And the last one is called My Kind of Blues. And then she sent along a little sample of their color Miami. And this is on their sock base. So nice and soft. Yes. And then all of that happened. I took a little road trip with Charlotte. She also has a podcast, Holst. It's in Danish, but actually she did an English version for the Knitalong. And thank you all so much for joining me for the Knitathon. Oh my gosh. Apologies, you guys. If you're still here, you're the most patient people. For the Knitathon that Pia from Traveling Miss Knits hosted on April 6th. And she did her first English version. I will link it because she is just amazing. So you should go watch her. And if you're Danish speaking like me, you can always go watch all her other episodes as well. She's very nice. We took a road trip to Holst Garn. So I will let you go, stop talking, and let you go see the wonderful time we had at the amazing store. I was not, as I said, going to purchase anything, but these colors and this yarn it just grabbed me. And then I thought, well, Lars does have a boat, but he does not have a blanket for his boat. And these are the perfect colors for a blanket for his boat. And he was so happy when I came home. I was like, well, I kind of maybe bought something. He was like, oh, okay, what'd you buy? I bought this yarn and I thought that maybe you wanted a blanket for your boat. He was like, oh, you're gonna knit me a blanket for my boat? He was so excited. So sweet. He made me happy, making him happy. So yeah. All kinds of amazing, wonderful colors. And I'm just going to do like a cozy comfort throw type of blanket. So when I cast it on, I'll tell you more about it. Blues and greens and browns and all the goodies. There's better pictures of it in the little snippets that I got from our trip. But before I let you go, we got to do something important. The paid for presents, here they are. This is the one from last time, and what I asked you guys to do was help me choose music for the Knitathon. And this beautiful skein of yarn, I did the random comment picker, and actually it's going to go with someone that I know. A friend that I met through Instagram. Congratulations, Helena. Please contact me on Instagram. I'm so excited to get to send this to you. I will put the picture up here with the comment that you left. Beautiful song. And I will be so happy to send this to you. And for next time, I've prepared a little something since we are going into summer sock camp season. This yarn I was gifted by Marianne. She has the store Knit by Heart. She does ship internationally. And I just think that this yarn is just so beautiful and it's perfect for a pair of socks. And I've added like a little progress keeper with a little music note on there in case you guys want to use it the way I do, you know, for marking when you're done with the decreases. And yeah, just can't do round and round plain stockinette on the foot, or whatever you want to use it for. It's a little music thingy because I love music. This is the Malene White Seta Felicia. It is a sock yarn. This colorway is 3161, and there's 100 grams in here. It's 55% virgin wool, 25% polyamide, and then 20% silk. So this is crazy soft, you guys. It's self-striping and so much fun. And as per usual, my paid forward presents are open worldwide. So this time it was a Dane that won. Totally random. We'll see where I get to ship next time. But for now, I want to thank you so very, very much for being here, for spending your time with me, for leaving me likes, for subscribing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. How many of you want to subscribe? I'm so grateful. For leaving me a comment. And if you want to win this, leave me a comment telling me, what is your comfort knit? For me, it is socks and blankets, or just plain knit stitches, anything where I can just sit and knit, 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 knit. I am just happy and in my zone. So let me know, what's your comfort knit? What brings you joy? It can be either just one thing or a number of things, whatever. No, nothing is better than other things. What brings you joy? What is your comfort knit? Let me know, and I will draw a winner? No, I will draw a winner next episode, probably at the end of May. We'll see how soon I get back to you. But for now, I will let you go and put on the footage I have from Holst Garn and a bit of music for you to relax to. So for one more time, I do invite you to sit back, relax, and let your stitches flow. Thank you for being here, and take care. Bye.